I'm live. Let's see if we can make the camera. Oh, come on up there. Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Hey, can you? I don't know if anybody's here. Is there a good shot? I'm trying, guys. Nobody's here, so it's okay. We're late. We're late night. We're live. Adam, can you see me? I'm just going off the cuff here. And can you hear the organ? Let me know if you can hear it. I'm trying stuff, using the old computer. I'm not digging my shot. All right, okay. Now, if I could figure out a way, help me out here. I don't know, man. Oh, maybe something like this. Would that work? Hi. Hi. You can definitely hear. Is it too loud? And thanks for bearing with me. This is a new endeavor. Oh, sorry about all this camera motion. That's not that great. I'm a little disappointed in that. Is it better to see my face? I don't know if I can get. I guess maybe that's better. I don't know. You guys want to bear with me? Are you okay with this? Because if you're not, I guess you can just quit watching. This is an experimental late night live session at. Hi. I'm repositioning the tripod. Hopefully get a better shot, but boy, this isn't easy. I was hoping, I'm not using OBS, so I was hoping it would give me a chance to get my shot together, but it didn't. So you know what? Let's learn YouTube together, guys. Okay. Thanks for being with me on this journey. Can you hear the organ humming? Oh, that might be okay. Let's try that. Oh boy. Oh, jeez. All right. I could tilt it up a little bit, I suppose, right? I see. Yeah, you are insiders. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You quit being afraid of doing it and just do it. I got a little time. The kids went to their mom's house tonight. Is that a little better? See my messy ass room. You can see like side profile. Yeah, I can show you about drawbars. We got drawbars right here. You can see all of them. All right, lighting okay. I can do things. Make it better. That monitor brightness is terrible, isn't it? I could do something about that, I suppose. Okay, let's try to bring the brightness down. Can I do it with this sweet remote? Maybe. Picture mode. No, that's not really doing it. Okay, we have to go into the menu. This is how it goes, right? Brightness. Let's bring that brightness down. Let's see. Is that helping? Oh, that seems bearable, right? Is that okay? A polarizing filter for the monitor. Oh, okay. Is this tolerable for my people out there? Good enough. I like that's what we want to hear. Good enough. We said it when I worked on the farm. We'd say that a lot. It's good enough for who it's for. So if it's good enough for you, it's good enough for who it's for because it's for you. I mean, it's for me too, right? It's for all of us. So, unfortunately, I think you're going to hear a little bit of the actual clanking and clopping of the organ pedals. But hopefully it comes out. That's thumping, right? Oh, if I do a different pedal, it's quieter. Now, if I take the thump away, back to the thump. Do B3s have the best feeling manuals of any keyboard-based instrument? For me, it's relative to the sound that the instrument makes, right? So, a B3, this is an RT3 that I'm actually playing. What are we doing? Who authorized these activities? Okay, attention span's a thing. We've covered that if you watched my t-shirt packing live stream. Anyway, for all of the Hammonds, they have basically the same sort of feel, depending on what condition they're in. They have the same kind of feel. And if the feel matches the sound, to me, then I think it's great. Like a Wurlitzer electric piano, like a 200, I think, or a 200A, don't quote me. It feels like it sounds. And that just helps the vibe. I mean, that gives you the vibe. So the B3s have the best feeling organ keyboards, manuals. I don't know if that answers anything for you. Gotta find which pedal is making the... Oh, there we go. Okay. Right. How about smells like it sounds? Smells can change. Smells can bring back memories. I'll tell you what, the inside of a Hammond organ has a smell, and they all kind of have, and again, based on their condition, it can vary. And if it's becoming a mouse home, those don't count. But the smell of the oil that's been in there for like fucking, I don't know, however long, 60 years. 60 years of this organ oil sitting there, tone generator oil, has a great smell. I imagine it's like, if you're like a car guy, the smell of grease or gasoline or burnt brakes. Those kind of things, they make you happy. That's how the inside of a Hammond smells to me. Again, as long as it wasn't a rodent home. Well, the Gristle Gang, if they have watched Matlock and gone to bed, they're going to watch the replay. So, hey guys on replay, this is Toby in the past saying hello to future Gristle Gang. And also current Gristle Gangers that are here. I know Adam's here. Yeah, we've all smelled it like, you get some on your hands or whatever, but have you actually taken the... Never mind. We don't need to go there. Okay. Anybody have any questions that I can answer right off the bat, or should I just shut up and play something? Hi, future Natalie from past Toby. Right, B3 cologne, right. WD-40 is a suitable alternative. The problem with having this microphone right here is you're hearing that. The ladies do love it. That's true. That's why I always have a can of WD-40 in the bench for the road organ. Just because, sometimes you don't get to do laundry for 2 or 3 weeks, and just a little WD-40. That's a miracle substance, I'm telling you. Get Octocopter. The CD is fire. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate that. Do I know any Octocopter? What's on? Well, look, I just happen to have a copy right here. What's on it? Risk it for the brisket. Old Hoss. Curly. OSHA's 11. Large. Okay. How do I control the Leslie speed? Well, on this particular organ, I do it with a foot switch. I actually come out of the preamp of this organ into a Leslie combo preamp pedal. And then that takes it from 1/4 inch signal cable, whatever, to the 6-pin, which has the different speeds and whatever information. And then I just have a foot switch. So you can do it with a hand switch. You can't really see it in the shot here, but there is a hand switch on this organ. My road organ, I have a hand switch, which a foot switch plugs into, so that I could use both. Obviously, when I'm playing with the trio, I'm doing bass stuff. I don't really have a hand to switch the Leslie stuff. So I have a foot switch for that as well. Actually, this is the foot switch. Playing with my feet. This is the foot switch for the road organ. And it's got a nice TRS end on it. Nice solid box. BB Organ, bborgan.com for all of your Hammond needs. Bill Brown is the best. Oh, and okay. Is it hard to find people who still know how to service organs these days? Not really. The internet is great, and there's guys that do it. I've had the same guy do my stuff for 30 years now, and he was doing it long before then. There's a couple guys in town that do it. I try to keep up on the Facebook groups so that I know I'm in Asheville or Nashville or Trashville or whatever. And so I try to remember, okay, I know there's a guy here, look him up, in Boston, it's Boss Organ. You got Murph Wonka. He's not related to Willie. But anyway, yeah, there's guys all over the country that service Hammonds. There's probably I'm not going to go with the joke that's in my brain. Okay. Which video of you playing for Dylan the other night? And it was really interesting. The Leslie pedal. Way more than I anticipated. Sometimes it's habitual, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. And I'm like, settle down, man. Let it be slow for a while. It's not really contrasting if it's constantly changing. Slow, fast. You can adjust the speeds to a certain extent on the motors, dumpster chickens. But it's like a toggle switch. It's in slow mode. If you have like a 122 type Leslie, you can have slow, stop, and fast, which I think are self-explanatory. Yeah, Eric, you know what? I would call Eric if we were in the area and be like, dude, I need some help. And, the results might vary. Look at this here. I'm ready to play bass on the top manual. I'm still in gig rig mode. As somebody so kindly pointed out on Facebook, I have 2 manuals, and I should use the bottom one for the left hand. If you're privy to that little exchange. Yeah. Okay. So. You know what? I'm going to play a little bit, but I'm going to turn off this this vocal mic so we get less of the clicking. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Oh, I bet you can hear me with a lot less clicking now. Oh, there we go. I do not live near Eric Gale, but Adam does. I wish I did. Probably doesn't snow as much in his neighborhood. Woo! I haven't played that one in a while. That one's what's that called? That's called OSHA's 11. It's on the Octocopter. You can stream it everywhere. You can buy a copy at TobyLeeMarshall.com. You can buy a Toby Lee Marshall t-shirt at TobyLeeMarshall.com. Oh. There's a chord about 6 minutes in. There's a roll after. Probably that E flat, I'm going to guess. Right? So it's like after the stops. We're talking about Since I've Been Loving You, the KMT version. Hey, there it is. So you got... stops. I don't know if that's enough time, but I think that's the nuclear chord you're talking about. Sweet. Now I'm playing bass with my feet. I'm glad we found the nuclear card. Your left hand on brushes. How on earth do you keep that going? Brushes. That's been a long time. Right. So. There it is. So for left hand, you just play with only your left hand. You can, take your right stuff down with your right hand while you're doing it. But basically, so if I play it where you can see it, I can move the camera, I suppose. What's up, Bergie? You just sit there and you do it basically until everybody in your house is like, would you please stop? And then you do it some more. And then the cops show up at the door and they're like, hey, like technically we can't tell you to stop because you're not doing anything illegal, but would you please stop? And you're like, yeah, I'll stop for 1 second. And then you give them I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, but you give them the finger. Brushes, man. I didn't catch it, Adam. And really, it's I look at it like a recipe, man. You do it the way you want. You have the chili that you want to have. The only chili I don't like is Minnesota in the wintertime. Oh! Man, I'm rusty on that one. Rich Franks, have a good night. If you're still there, Jimmy Smith, The Sermon, and he did a record later in life called Damn. DAMN, that is wicked, and .com Blues is pretty good. I'm not the biggest jazz guy, so I'm more of like the Jimmy McGriff funky stuff. Groove Holmes when he gets funky. Larry Goldings on Scary Goldings. Anyway, the extra L is the price you pay after consuming it. Yeah, you consume it, and then apparently you have to take an L or two L's. Okay, I'm gonna try to mess with brushes. Originally I wrote it with my buddy Andy, who is the drummer on this octocopter, and it was much more mellow and more swingy. It was. How does that part go, man? Oh my gosh. Okay, so. So it's. Yeah, and then Greg and Dylan got a hold of it, and all of a sudden we're playing it like. I need 3,000 more. 3,000 more watch hours. But I'll be on your side of town on Friday. Want an extra large? I think I do have your info. I'm pretty sure I do. And if I don't have it on my phone, I know I've got it like on a Facebook message. Yeah, Adam, on the road, it's as advertised. You know, everybody is who you see in the videos, who you see on the YouTubes and the Instagrams. That's them, and I'm just me. And it's some of the most damn fun a feller can have. I'll tell you that much. I'm kind of tired from playing brushes, man. What else we got here? Any tips for longtime musicians, guitar players, in parentheses? I gotta remember to look over here when I'm talking to you guys. I'm so sorry. You know, maybe with this setup next time, I'll try OBS. I could do the multiple camera thing. Green onions, yes. Attention span. It's a team effort that yes, thank you guys so much. You know, going live helps. I've been posting full videos of the shows from the Paul Gilbert tour. That's been pretty awesome. Those are getting good views. Seriously, thank you if you're out there subscribed and liking and watching. And for those of you on my Patreon, I have not forgotten about you. I'm going to be getting on that soon here. It's been crazy. Today I had meetings like all day, and that's weird for me, but it's cool, but weird. Megatron of musical bliss. Sugaboo, that's thank you. That's one that I actually wrote. That one I had been messing with that progression for years until we finally came up with what you hear on the recording of Sugaboo. And Greg wrote the thing. That's exactly how it goes. Yeah, Paul Gilbert is an amazing guitarist, an amazing human. super cool. I don't know, like, and everybody in the band and the crew, the bus driver, everybody was just sweet as hell and real, no bullshit. If you needed anything, they were there to help. And, just, I don't know. If you're on the road for 6 weeks and you're doing the last show and you're trying to keep yourself from friggin' crying because you don't want the thing to be over, that's a testament to who you're out there with. And the fact that you get to play some fucking good music with great people. I mean, I just don't know how it gets better. It really, what a gift. And yeah. I mean, when we did the end of the tour photo of all of us on stage, and Paul just yelled, "Everybody grab a guitar!" And I was like, sweet. So I did. I got to grab the Saki guitar, and actually ended up right next to him in the picture. Was Booker T and the MGs any influence on why I started playing the B3? No, not on why I started. Why I started is basically I was in piano lessons, and my dad took me to a baseball game, and I heard this sound. And I said, "Dad, what is that?" And he said, "That's a Hammond organ, and it's playing the song Satin Doll." And I just butchered the hell out of it right now. Come to find out, years later, I actually got called to fill in for the organist at a Minnesota Twins game. And so part of the deal was I had to go spend a game with her so she could basically teach me what to do. And you got this little headset, and this is Metrodome era. So this might be in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s at the most. Anyway, Doug Mankiewicz was on the roster at the time for all of you Twins fans out there. I'm sure there's tons of you. But anyway, so I got to sit up in the organ booth with the lady in the headset, and I got the Saki. And it was cool, and they're like, "Okay, organ, you're up next." So the next break, it was, whatever, or like in between pitches, And it was cool. It was fun. The little joke she said is, "Do not play Three Blind Mice or they'll throw you out of the park." Now, the bummer part of that story is that apparently Sue, the organist, was going to a wedding, and I was going to fill in while she was gone on that wedding. And apparently the wedding didn't happen. Either that or she got somebody else to cover it. She was like, "Who is this Yahoo in the booth?" Who knows? Anyway, the point was, it's not a Hammond organ that I even heard. It's some kind of Yamaha organ, which sounds cool as hell. But honestly, from the moment my dad told me that as like a 6 or 7 year old kid, it was locked in my brain, and I just wanted to play Hammond organ. So that's what made me want to play Hammond organ. Now, hearing Booker T and the MGs reinforced that, but not the reason why. I can't keep the left hand going and read comments on YouTube, as I just demonstrated. Is three blind mice and hot cross buns are the same thing, right? Right. So, funky three blind mice. See how that. See, in my head, I gotta think hot cross buns because I don't remember the words to three blind mice. But if you do want to donate your eyeglasses, we do know some umpires that could use them. Yeah, that's what you say. Three blind mice, one a penny, two a penny, three blind mice. You can buy mice for a penny, but they can't see. If you want the ones that can see, they cost more than that. I'm trying to remember brisket. New album coming soon. Do you mean KMT, Jay, or do you mean me, or all of the above? Matty K, like he helped me. I've got stuff on order, so I can up this game, so we can do like really good sound, and do the full band. The full band being me and my kids, or whomever, might come in. And yes, I'm a fan of Reese Winans. Hell yes. I still don't know how to play Crossfire properly. Marshall Tucker. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That was uncalled for. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah. This is off my new unreleased record. UK is a saint. Easy, Toby. Too many notes. Cornerstone in Berkeley. Awesome place. I know there's talk of trying to get back out your way maybe this fall. Don't know if it's going to happen, but, as Greg says, check the website for dates. GregKoch.com is always on top of the dates. TobyLeeMarshall.com, not as on top of the dates. I'm not going to bullshit you. I forget to update it all the time. I think I still have a bunch of Paul Gilbert dates up there, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. If I think about it, I will. So, if you're keeping tabs on me, feel free to send me a message. Say, Toby, update your damn website, update the damn calendar, update your shows page. I got to order stickers too. Shoot. Toby Lee Marshall Tucker. What else am I doing outside of KMT? I usually don't do a lot outside of KMT. When I'm home, I usually do the dad thing. This summer, however, is different as there's like nothing on the calendar for July and August. Oh, man, Adam, I would have totally just been crying. So, thank you for letting me maintain some dignity. 2 shows on 1 tour is pretty great. And, I know we'll see you again in the future. Hopefully sooner than later. Who retracted your message? I didn't know you could do that. I thought you asked a question. DJOT93. Europe tour coming up before. Yes. Mid-September to mid-October-ish. Something like that. I think we got a good couple weeks all over the UK. But prior to that, we will be in Germany. Please, Italy too, please. I don't know. Might all be set in stone. I don't know. Check the website. Check the website for deets. So again, feel free to go to your favorite streaming service. I got to tell you, this thing has been on streaming for a year and a half, something like that. I've made $15 from streaming. So if you've actually bought a physical copy, thank you. That's where it's at. Guilt-free streaming available at TobyLeeMarshall.com or the next KMT show that you can attend. Oh, pimping my products. Larger than life, dude. That tune, like, honestly, like, we worked it up a couple years ago, and I don't remember what I was playing for the bass, but it wasn't what I play now. And we last time we went to Europe, we traveled, overnight, landed in Germany, got in a van for like 3 or 4 hours, to drive to Belgium. playing up the spirit of '66 in Belgium. And yes, that is the anyway, he pulls this song out at soundcheck. We've maybe had 20 minutes of sleep collectively, the three of us, over the probably 20-hour period since we left home. And that's the groove that just came out, man. And I know it's straight up fucking rainy day dream away, right? Actually, I think it should be a little slower. Then I added that because I didn't want to be like straight ripoff, right? A-flat pedal's going out. Bass. So I'm thinking about, in a playful way, going after Danny Sapko. Do any of you guys know Danny Sapko out here on YouTube? He's pretty great. He's a bass guy. He's a British bass guy. He's the guy that kind of outed Giacomo Tura a couple years ago and put together the video that showed how he was ripping people off. Anyway, he's all about bass, and he likes to call people bastards and dipstick, and it's just, go watch his channel. It's funny, and if you don't think so, I'm sorry. But I'm thinking about going after him because he's kind of a bass sort of purist guy. I don't know if that's the right word. That might not be the right word, but I just want to go after him and be like, yeah, bass. Right here, bass. What's the difference? Because honestly, that shit's been bugging me. Not that Danny Sapko has done anything about it. It's really just a cheap ploy for internet attention, and especially YouTube attention and watch hours. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet, but I have ordered some merch from Danny Sapko's website. Unfortunately, he was out of the T-shirts that say bass, and he spells bass B-E-H-S, bass, bass, because that's how you say it in British. Bass. Oh, all right. Anyway, more shirt packing vids, please. Hey, next time I have a bunch of shirt orders to pack, I will do one. So tell all your friends to get on TobyLeeMarshall.com and buy a T-shirt, and I will. Right now, I got one. I got to get shipped tomorrow. I got one. It's not worth doing a live stream for one. Well, it probably is when you need watch hours. I don't know. Yeah, Danny Sapko. He's funny as hell. And Being a Minneapolis guy, I don't know if any of you know, any bass players out there might know Scott's bass lessons on YouTube. Scott is the guy that runs the channel, but his cohort is a guy named Ian Allison, who's a Minneapolis local. I've actually played with him years ago, a couple times, not a whole lot, but we know each other, and we're always happy to see each other because we're bald. And we're like, hey, we won't make fun of each other. I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit about being bald. Say what you want. You can't have hair and brains both, okay? That's the fucking truth, all right? Okay. Haven't had a bad hair day in years, you guys. It's fucking great. Honestly, I used to have long hair when I was younger, and I couldn't take care of it. It was always like split ends and stretchy, and Pantene didn't do shit. And I'm just not that guy. I love not having hair. Wow. It's late, and we're just chatting here. Just bunch of dudes watching me play with my organ on the internet. It's not strange at all. Yes, Dejot. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your handle. DJOT93 organ. I might use that. I gotta write that down, otherwise I'll forget it. Okay, hold on. Organ, not bass. All right. I'm going to contend that organ is also bass. Bass. I gotta fix the low C pedal. Is not working. I got C sharp. I've also got D flat. Ow. But C, I'm just not. I don't know what's going on. But I wish I had it. Otherwise, I would. So fast. Hey, Jay, good night. 5 a.m. I would not be. Well, I think we're in the same time zone. Still, ouch. I'll be up at 5 a.m., not by choice, but I will also be going back to sleep. Bergie, I gotta learn those. I don't have those on repertoire. That's French for shit you know. I'm not a jazz guy, but I like to play one on YouTube. That's not true. I haven't played this in a long time. Shit. How's it go? What was it? Is E flat something? No. Boy, I'm gonna have to. I thought I'd just whip out some whip out some Riviera Paradise for you. But no, Braden says no. Louis, my son, is he's working on that song. So I better get it refreshed. So jazzy, Stevie Ray. Don't think and then you'll know it's muscle memory. It's in there somewhere. You like my vocals? Cats that got me into playing. Why I told the story. I don't know if you heard the story of why I got into Hammond organ because of the baseball game thing, but I'll probably make a video just about that story. So stay tuned. But Greg Allman. Hey Jerry, I'm glad you got your shirt. Did it show up in one piece? Anyway, Ray Manzarek. Guy. I don't like to talk about it. When the music's over. Don't I sound like Jim Morrison? When the music's over, yeah. I can look at you when I say, yeah. When the music's over, turn up. What key am I in? Turn out the light. Turn out the light. How to lose viewers quickly from your live stream in the middle of the night. It was the weirdest thing. The day Greg Allman passed, I went and sat down and played. And it was the weirdest thing. I was playing Allman Brothers songs I'd never played before and doing it pretty well. And have never been able to do it since. You know, there's stuff you work on, but every song that came into my head, I could play it. It was fucking weird. And kind of cool. And I was kind of like, well, I guess that energy got released back into the wild. Greg don't need to know more. Historical, classical music. Yeah, my piano teacher's probably dead and rolling over in her grave. And if she's not dead, she's alive and disappointed. Roll with it. You gotta roll with it, baby. Roll with it, baby. Hey, you gotta roll with it, baby. Sorry if I overloaded you. Turn it down. Put a compressor on that fucking thing. Metal. Oh, and this is probably the point where I get exposed for not really knowing any Deep Purple. But oddly enough, weirdly enough, John Lord kind of escaped me. I like Deep Purple. Louis into Wild Thing. Funny thing, my son Louis loves to play the song Wild Thing. Slipknot. One of my bands that I coach at the local school here does a bunch of Slipknot. And for the life of me, I can't think of any of the lyrics to Slipknot. And I sure as shit am not going to play it. Because I don't know it. Play Slipknot. I'll try to remember to learn some for the next time I do an impromptu late night live debauchery of organ stuff. How about Mr. Bungle? I don't know Mr. Bungle either. I fucking love Mr. Bungle. You guys like Mr. Bungle? God, that album fucking changed my life. Whew, okay. Gotta have a percussion on the organ. Second. Grateful Dead, Slipknot. Can't do it right now. I got nothing on that one. I'm so sorry. Please don't I'm just kidding. Do you use the word debauchery more after spending thousands of miles in a van with the Cock Boys? Absolutely. There's a lot of words and a lot of cadence that I'd never used before that I use now. And a lot of times, especially when I'm doing shit on camera, I find myself sounding like Greg. And I don't intend to. I mean, Greg's Greg, man. And I love Greg. I ain't Greg. And, but you can't help it, man. The gristle soaks into your bones. What's up? Lors the Punk? I should work up some Dead. When I was in 4th grade, that's when In the Dark came out, and I got that cassette. And I still love it to this day. I never went huge hardcore into the Dead, but that particular record, awesome. What's unfortunate now, like on Apple Music, the version of the album doesn't have the song My Brother Esau, and I think there's one other that it does not have. No, I never played Roblox. My kids did. Oh, what's the other one? Throwing Stones. I don't think that one's on Apple Music. Touch of Grey is on the Apple Music version, thankfully. There's a spot in the solo that in the guitar solo of Touch of Grey. I'm in 4th grade, right? And this is like 1987 or some shit. And cassettes are it. And you'd push the 2 buttons, record and play to record, and like on a cassette from like a record label, it would have the tabs on the top out of it, so that would prevent you from accidentally recording over it or intentionally recording over it. But I really wasn't aware of that, and I was in 4th grade, and I would say the word boner a lot because I was in 4th grade. I'm almost 50 years old, and I still say the word boner a lot. Never waste a boner. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay. Hey, it's late. But there's this spot in the solo in Touch of Grey where Jerry's guitar goes, and I, for the longest time, until Apple Music, thought that I had hit the record button or something and said boner, and it was like on the song now. So when I heard it on streaming and the guitar did the same exact thing, I'm like, okay, I did not record myself saying boner on a Jerry Garcia guitar solo. Isn't YouTube fun? NBA organist a lot? No. But because of baseball games being why I got into Hammond organs, I would love to do baseball games. Almost got the chance to. I covered that earlier in this stream. But at the same time, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing these days, and don't want that to change at all. So, plums. Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to get back to Hensley about a date for plums. Plums, for those of you who aren't native Twin Cityans, is a club in St. Paul. It's off Randolph and Selling, right? Which is important information if you're not a Twin Cityan. But a friend of mine named Nick Hensley does what is called the Minnesota Songwriters Showcase. And basically he's got a bass player that's always there, a percussionist that I think is always there, or if it's not those particular guys, somebody's there. So they're there, and then you as a songwriter, you come in and you bring your song in, and they come in sometimes with charts in various states of readability, and you play songs that you've never heard, and likely nobody outside of that songwriter has ever heard, and it's really cool. It's really cool. Sometimes things don't work out great, but that's okay, because the expectation, we all know what's going on. Sometimes there's fucking magical shit going on, and it's just super cool. So that's plums. And when I say plums, I hear Greg in my head talking about his plums, which I know it's a Will Ferrell thing, but still. I feel it down in my plums. There was a time before I knew Dylan, but before I knew Greg, Dylan hit me up about, and I was working on the farm. Dylan hit me up about some gig in the fall. And I was like, yeah, I'll totally do that gig unless it's harvest. If it's harvest, I'm going to be working. I won't be able to do any gigs. And his response was, you can harvest the sweet nectar from my plum bag. So I called him Plum Bag for a while. That was fun. This is good stuff. I have a lot of deep stories that I don't think about it, but they're there. So thank you, YouTubers, for commenting and bringing things up and talking about things. Would have not had to put Scotch tape on the cassette to record over it. Yeah, I would have had to put Scotch tape over it. Birds, The Word by the Trashmen. Bergie, yeah, you can look it up. It's on the socials, I'm pretty sure, or look up Nick Hensley, Hensley. He's the guy who's been running it for over 20 years. I did work on a farm right up until I'd known Dylan, but I met Greg like 3 or 4 weeks before I was actually done on the farm. And my plan was to stop working on the farm, be a stay-at-home dad, and just do gigs. And I would say that worked out pretty well, other than getting divorced and the stay-at-home dad thing. But hey, I'm a taxi driving dad. I drive my kids. I'm their taxi driver. I don't drive taxi. Yeah, you want to stay up and we'll talk about farm stuff. I was a truck driver. That was my favorite job on the farm. One time they had me out doing custom fertilizer application, which can sound dirty, I guess. See, there's some Gregism coming out. But I fucked up and like I missed a whole bunch of this one field and I didn't even realize it. And when the corn started coming up, you know where it's been fertilized and where it hasn't because it looks very different. And so that's when I figured out I didn't like being in the field because I didn't know if I was doing a good job until later. So I then gravitated towards driving semi-truck for the farm. And because I knew if I got where I needed to go and either delivered what I needed to deliver or picked up whatever I needed to pick up and then got back to the farm or vice versa, I knew I did a good job. And I knew that months down the road, I wouldn't get a call to be like, hey, did you screw up over there on blah, blah, blah's farm? That was in River Falls. Yes, those were my River Falls, Wisconsin days. I lived in River Falls for about 8 years. And for 5 or 6 of those years, I was working on the farm. Before the farm, I was playing with a gentleman named Bernard Allison, who's a blues titan. We traveled the world. It was good fun, good times. I started doing that 2 months after my first son was born. And after the first couple of years of missing a whole lot of his life, I decided I was going to stay home and work on the farm. And that was great, and I'm glad I did it. And it led me to where I'm sitting right now. I know Brick House. I'm not sure what your pals. Yeah. Yes, I most certainly do. More than likely, because you're probably talking about Tommy or Zeb. And if you're not talking about those guys, then I don't. But those are the guys I know at Brick House. Is Zeb even still at Brick House? I don't know. Zeb, if you're out there, enjoy that shirt, buddy. It's going to look good on you. I know that. He is. Okay, cool. Zeb's great. I love Zeb. I would play with my buddy Earl, who's the farmer in River Falls. We would play at Shooters in River Falls a lot, and Zeb would come out, I think, as often as he was able. And he was always a fun hang. Good times. So much Drade coming out right now. Farming is rough work. It does feel awesome. Yeah, it's as frustrating as it is when shit breaks down. It's fucking fun to get covered in grease and dirt and fucking coolant dripping on you and hydraulic oil and pesticides, which make you grow balls underneath your arms, and you can't see them, right? But no, it is hard ass work, especially if you're in planting or harvesting season. And but yeah, it's good shit. I was talking with Earl the other day. They're doing top dressing right now, which, you know, you put on about half of the fertilizer you need when you plant. You wait a couple weeks for it to start coming up, and then you go back into the field and you put the rest of its fertilizer on. That's top dressing. That's the point that they're at now up here in up in the Midwest, in Wisconsin and Minnesota, yeah, that's where they're at. That's what they're doing. So, maybe I'll go out there and take him a tender truckload of some fertilizer. We'll see. You betcha. It's fun to shift those gears, though. Really fun. I like driving a big truck. It's kind of like playing a Hammond organ in the sense of running a machine. Pardon me. But you don't have to know how to work a clutch to play organ. To play like some bluesy organ. Oh, come on, bass man. Yeah, I didn't have to do any hay. Didn't have to do any milking. Didn't have to deal with any animal shit. Just had to smell it sometimes. Were the cows the assholes, Jerry, or was it the they that made you? Or both? Hey, cow, aren't you an asshole? You milking son of a bitch. That's not fucking great at all, is it? Oh. Woo-hoo! Covered in green poo! What's the matter with you? Oh. Chase the cows when you get home from your gig. You might be half in the bag, but they don't give a shit. They just want to eat the grass and the alfalfa, and they want to shit all over the place. And you got to try to get them home, and you're like, "Hey, motherfucker! If you don't get back in your fucking yard." That's not what it's called. Get back in your pasture, or I'll make you into a fucking steak, you fucking asshole cow. At the farm I worked at, we called them grain scoops, but I know. Glad I didn't have to do that, man. But I will tell you that I have the utmost respect for the fucking dairy farmers. Those fuckers are insane. Especially the motherfucker who's 97 years old. He sees you coming up with his delivery of fertilizer. Why does he buy fertilizer? He's got cows. Well, I can't answer that, but there's good reason. But those fucking guys, those old ass dairy farmers, man, they'd come running. Be like 95 degrees outside. They're wearing fucking overalls and long sleeve shirts. They come running. Hey, good to see you there, buddy. What you doing there? The corn and the beans and the cows and the to do the milking, and then, on Christmas morning, I told my kids that Santa isn't real, but if you go out and milk, then maybe he will become real. Maybe he's out there right now. He might be out there helping you milk those motherfucking... That's not any of that is real. No. Snakes in the hay bales. I'm glad I didn't have to fuck with hay. Snake in the hay bale, cow in my yard. Nobody said this shit was easy. It's hard to be a farmer, but it's great. If we didn't have farmers, none of us would have ate. They say that you should eat beef because the West wasn't one on salad. And for that, we'll sing you a blues ballad. Oh Yeah, that's farmer's hours shit, man. When I was working on the farm with Earl, if it wasn't planting or harvest, we would do a gig every Wednesday nights. Which led to what we would call Brain Power Thursdays. And Thursdays we didn't get shit done. This is an RT3 from the mid-'60s, best I can tell. Sometimes I can play blues changes without fucking up. Blues in G, man. Fort Myers cleaning the hospital. Bless you. Round barns in Ellsworth. I have seen a few of those, Bergie. I have seen a few round barns in Ellsworth. What else is happening? My kid puked in my Tahoe today. My youngest. It was a meatball sub. It was vile. My kid puked in my truck. What bad luck. When my kid puked in my truck, I said, fuck. The reason I brought that up was the guy who's cleaning the hospital. So my oldest was also in the truck. And my oldest for the past year has been working. He's been doing like food service at a nearby senior living facility. And that kid, as soon as he saw that his brother was in need, I've never seen him jump into action like this. He got him napkins and he's very sensitive. Roll down your window so you don't have to smell the throw up. And he was just so nice. And, you know, he's an older brother and his younger brother's 4.5 years underneath him and doesn't always talk real nice to him and whatever. But, man, he jumped into that mode. And then I was dropping them off at their mom's. And this happened in the last 5 minutes of the drive. And we get there. My oldest jumps out. He goes into the house. He gets garbage bags and cleaning solutions and paper towels and gloves. And no, he didn't get gloves, but he talked about getting gloves. And anyway, so I start doing stuff, and then he just jumps right in front of me basically and starts cleaning up his brother's spew. And I was like, dude, that's awesome of you, but you don't have to do that. And he's like, yeah, I do. It's my job. And I'm like, Louis, I appreciate that, but actually it's my job. And he turns around and he goes, Dad, I was cleaning up human shit off the floor the other day at work. And I'm like, well, that is your job. So, but anyway, like that I was just like, holy shit, man. That kid impressed the hell out of me. That kid, well, both of them, they're both the bomb as far as kids. If you could choose your kids, man, those guys. And you know what? They're turning into great musicians. And we had a jam session today, and it was super damn funny. Drawbar key rings. Yeah, and some of the organ repair guys sell those. I could do that. I just don't have extra drawbars or sets of drawbars that I could part out like that. But if I do come into some, I might do that. I'd have to somehow TLM personalize it or brand it, you know. I like that idea, though. Really thinking about socks. So if you've got insight on socks, I don't want the socks where you like send a picture of your pet to somebody and then they put them on the weird socks that just feel strange when you wear them. Oh, Lorsta Punk. I just figured out who you are. What's up, my friend? YouTube's weird. It's like, you know, Adam makes it easy. He tells you who he is. Jerry West. He's easy to figure out. Lorsta Punk. If you wouldn't have said Jeannie and I, so my apologies. Identify yourself. There's another Dreidism. Can I talk about my influences? Sure. For Hammond organ, I'd mentioned Greg Allman, Ray Manzarek, huge. Although he didn't play a lot of Hammond until the later Doors stuff, but the left hand stuff and just an organ sound. I've always been a little adverse to piano. Is that the right word? Piano's okay, but it's not my favorite thing. Sometimes it's better to not have your name out there. But anyway, influences. Early influences, Greg Allman, Ray Manzarek, whoever was playing for Santana. If that was Tom Coster. John Medeski. John Medeski was huge. Weighted keys give me issues if I'm trying to play organ style. You know, it's like trying to pick your electric guitar, anything on, you know, like a steel string acoustic. Like it works, the notes, but it's just not, you can't do what you're wanting to do. But if I'm playing piano, I want weighted keys. If I'm playing a Rhodes, I want it to feel like a stiff ass Rhodes. And some of them are less stiff, but the one I grew up playing, it was a pre-CBS Fender Rhodes, and that thing had the stiffest action, but I loved it. And then Whirlies have fucking great action. I was talking about this earlier in the live stream, when the action sort of matches the sound, you know, like you get that on the organ too. And you can't do that kind of shit on other stuff, right? But there's stuff you can't do, you know, you can't do piano-y stuff. you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Roger as in acknowledged, as in 10-4, or is there like an organ player Roger? Was Roger one of Santana's guys, maybe? There used to be a keyboard store in Hopkins, Minnesota called Roger Dodger. You remember that place, Bergie? It was by the Arby's off Blake Road and McCoy's. I used to work at McCoy's. Yeah, Medeski was I would put on the Shack Man record, and I like What a Shade of Pale as well. I never really learned it or anything. Anyway, I would play the Shack Man record and the Friday Afternoon in the Universe record at full fucking PA volume with the organ I have in my living room, actually. For hours and hours. Like I would, after high school, I'd have the house to myself. You know, my parents would be at work, and I would just play as loud as I fucking could all that Medeski shit. Except the weird outside stuff. I never got into that. But when they fucking grooved, holy shit. And then Bubble House, of course. Okay, quick organ lesson. Bubble House by Medeski, Martin, and Wood. You set up your manuals identically, okay? So I'm going to go no percussion. I'm going to go first 3 drawbars. Top manual, first 3 drawbars. Lower manual so that they sound exactly the same. And then the song Bubble House. You see what I'm doing there? Played smoother, though. And that whole song is basically that. But they increase the tempo. He actually plays that exact lick that I just played. Rewind it on the replay, and you can learn it too, because I'm not showing it to you twice. How many organs do you own? 1, 2. Choppy. Got the A100 out there. I got Glory in the orange room. And there's still 2 in my mom's garage, or is it 3? 7 or 8. 0 B3s. Never owned a B3. Don't know that I ever will. A100s. This RT3 is it's basically a B3 in a different box. A100. What I have an A100 as well. That's a B3 in a different box. I do have a C3, which is a B3 in a different box, but I have a B2, which is the only B that I've ever owned. Okay, so the B3 is the organ everybody knows, but before the B3, there were many other models, and there was the A's that came first, and I think it was just A. I don't think they had a number. And then the B's and C's came, and the B's were meant for the home. Those are the 4-legged ones that you probably see everywhere. You had the C's, which this is a C, basically, which were designed more for churches. And they would have a full solid back that went from the top of the organ to the floor so that you couldn't see up the little old lady's skirt while she's playing at church. And give all the little kids little ish. Sorry for that. But those were the church models. This organ does not have quatrefoil on the side. If you're familiar with my touring rig, I use a C. Yeah, it's a C bench with quatrefoil. So it's got like those clover type shapes across the top of it. Really churchy looking. Adam, I hope you can either strike out on your own, not strike out, but go out on your own and get your own students independently, or find a school that is good. I'm pretty lucky. There's schools up here called Bach to Rock. And they're strip mall music schools, but fucking A, they have like rock band programs. And my kids got into that shit, and I was like, that is awesome. I've never really wanted to be a teacher, but I do want to be a rock band coach. And actually, I'm doing, next week, I'm doing a full-on rock band camp at Bach to Rock. Using any effects lately? No. My 16-year-old wants to build me a pedal board to use for the organ. I have messed with some stuff. I put up a post a little while, I don't know, a few weeks ago, where I had a whammy pedal on the organ. That's fun. But like for gigging, no, I don't use any effects unless you call Leslie Speed an effect. I might mimic some effects with some drawbar stuff, but honestly, if I'm playing bass, I don't have an available hand. But effects pedals, no, I don't use any outboard effects. The things that you can do to manipulate the sound on the organ, obviously you have the drawbars. And the quick version is that your low sounds are here, and they get higher as you go up. Okay, and if you want Jimmy Smith, you do the first three. If you want church, you do the bottom one and all of the white ones. If you want more reedy sounding stuff, you'll use the black ones. And these all represent different harmonics. Don't fucking ask me what they are. So this drawbar gives you your principal note, which means you hear the note that you're playing, right? So there's my principal. Now the whites are octaves. Okay. And below it, principal note. Church setting. All octaves. And then you get your in-between harmonics. So I'll go back to principal. That sounds like an octave as well. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what these actually are, but they're in between. Okay, so back to principal. Those are the black drawbars. And then all of them, starting with principal, coming from underneath. Man, you should call OSHA. Their number's on the back of the Octocopter CD, right there. That's their number, the number for OSHA. That's bullshit, man. No AC in a room in North Carolina with kids and adults, people. Trying to learn? God damn. Sly and the Family Stone. Everyday people. Sha. We gotta live together. Woo! My neighbors are like, shut the fuck up. Either that or they're watching. Hi, neighbors. I'm gonna add some organ. I don't know what they're I'm gonna have some bottom so that the dancers just can't hide. You might like to hear my organ. I said it right. Yeah, I do the pedals. You betcha I play the pedals. I don't do it on the gig though. I used to. Don't like carrying them around though. You know what I'm saying? You betcha. Yeah, unfortunately, the pedal board on this guy needs a little attention. So I'm not going to go full on playing pedals right now. But once I get, there's a couple notes. I need to get them working. And once I get them working, I'll play some pedal shit for you. Yeah, the guy that my organ mentor that I studied with for a couple years, around the age of 18 or 19, he did a jazz record with not one note of left-hand bass on it. Every bass note was pedaled. And he insisted that I learn how to play the pedals. I thought, well, that's pretty fucking cool. He's like, yeah, not many people do it anymore. And I'm like, okay. So I do it a bit. There's guys out there that really, especially those church guys, man. They just come in with their sneakers, big fat sneakers, can't feel a fucking thing. They're just ripping on the pedals. I don't mess with those church boys. The church ladies, even like the gospel. Those players, man. You do the Italian version of Mustang Sally. It's called Mustache Sally. Oh yeah, the German lady, Barbara Dennerlein. Yeah, she plays in high heels or some shit. It's pretty wild. Yeah, she is certifiably insane, as one must be to do that. That's whoa. Woo! If I could play the bass lines that I play with my left hand, if I could play them with my feet with the same feel, I would do it. You know, free up a hand, that'd be crazy. It'd be cool. But not being a traditional jazz organist, I want the bass to be more like there's somebody playing bass, much like the internet seems to demand when they see me in the orange room. Oh, we need that bass player back. Well, I try to do lines in a rock band that a bass player, a dedicated bass player would play. That's really important to me. I'm probably going to do a ranty video about that, or I can just rant about it right now. But I should go to bed. Everybody should go to bed. What the fuck are you all doing? Okay, don't you have anything to do tomorrow? No, listen, I love bass players. I named one of my pets Larry Graham, for Christ's sake, okay? my biggest like actual onstage mentor is my second father, bass player. I have his old bass right back here. It's right there. There it is. Right? I love bass. I love to play bass. Bass is where the groove resides, you know? But I'm sick of people on the internet going, where's the bass player? Where's the bass player? Fuck you. The bass player's right here, motherfucker. Now, if you want to see a band with a bass player, great. You prefer a band with a bass guitar in it? Cool. I got no issue with that. But when you see the trio doing what it does and you go, yeah, I should have a bass player. I say, fuck you, we have a bass player. I'm the fucking bass player. And if we play with somebody else, it ceases to be that trio. And it ceases to be that band. And it might be great, but it'll definitely be different. And you know what? I think I'm a groovy son of a bitch. Right? I don't know if you can even hear that. I play bass in the Marshall trio. I play bass guitar. Okay. Anyway, groove is everything. Feel is everything. And man, I don't lack feel. And if it doesn't feel right, I change it. And if I can't fucking play something that doesn't feel right, guess what? I figure it out. I find what works. I alter the bass line or whatever to make it feel good. Okay? Okay. So when you say, where's the bass player? You say, fuck you. Oh, thank you, Memphis. That's a fun spot. The Hideaway. Hernando's Hideaway. Fucking fun spot. I actually, I met Dale Watson right after a gig. He owns the place. If you know who Dale Watson is, fuck, cool dude. Lone Star Beer aficionado. He really liked Greg. And he was like, y'all should get a bass player. I was like, fuck you, Dale Watson! That's not true. That's not true at all. So anyway, that's how I feel about the bass playing thing. I love Turner. I love Andreoni. I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody at all, man. But it's different. It's a different band when you do that. So if you don't like the KMT the way it is, then you don't like the KMT the way it is, and take your bass playing suggestions and stick them up your fucking ass. There. I think I feel better about it now. Thanks for listening. How many bass players to change a light bulb? What is better? Flowers on your piano or tulips around your organ? Some questions answer themselves. Was it an Aguilar combo that you were using on tour? Yes, absolutely. You can't see it, but it's right off camera. Dale, we're gonna kick your ass. No, Dale didn't say that at all. So please don't mistake that. Dale's cool. Dale's cool, all right? Anyway, my Aggie, I use a Tonehammer 700, and I use a super light 410 and a super light single 15. And my bass amp weighs like 5 pounds. It has 700 watts. It fucking rips. I use the little keyboard. It's a Hammond SK Pro, because you can take, now this is high-tech cheating, right? And the organ purists aren't going to like this. So you know what? They can go hang out with the bass player suggesters. But I take the pedal drawbar, right? So I can get the pedal sound of the organ. But you can then assign it to the left hand, to the keyboard, so that when I would play, I don't turn it on now. So this is what bass normally sounds like if you're just using keyboard bass on the organ. And that's fine. But the pedal, I'll add the pedal. Okay? Now, there's no keyboard. It's just pedal. So I can get that sound with my hand, with my left hand on that little keyboard, run it through the fucking Aguilar stack of fucking doom. And dudes, the bass, woo! Some of you know, most of you know, I was just listening to some new mixes of this KMT record that's going to come out in the future. And the fucking bass sounds great on it. Hi, Terry Speed Shop. I love your little icon there. I love that bird. The Black Crowes, one of my favorite bands, had something like that. He had a little joint in his mouth. Thank you for finishing the joke. How many bass players does it take to change a light bulb? None. The keyboard player changes it with his left hand. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, the bass players are still trying to find a ride to the gig. Tone Central Station in Nashville. That was fun. That was a hot room that day. I'm betting they got the air conditioning fixed. But hot or not, man, we had a good time. I think Jared came out and sat in with us. Yeah, that was probably my favorite Nashville show that we've done. You know, because fuck City One. I hope they're not watching. Those soulless sons of bitches. We're getting the truth here. It's 12:08 a.m. Central Time in the Twin Cities. Yeah, shitty winery. I mean, the best part of it was having a little free sample of wine. That was the best part. Oh, and they did let me ship my T-shirts to their St. Louis location. So that part's cool. The IK Multimedia Performance, that wasn't plugins. That was an organ. Oh, I guess plugin. The Leslie, I guess, technically was a plugin. But it was a real Hammond running into a Leslie in a computer. And that's what you hear on that. And it's pretty fucking awesome. It's kind of a cloudy memory because we literally like flew to Rome or wherever. And then we flew to Bologna. I don't know, something like that. A bass player without a girlfriend. Homeless. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually applies to all musicians, but you know. I'm not ragging on bass, but I love bass players. I love bass players. It's the people who suggest you should change your band. Three, you have to listen. I missed the first part of that one. Why don't sound men count to three? Because on three you have to lift something. Yeah, and also they can't fucking hear the count. Should we go on? Should we do the sound man rant too? Hey, how do I Michael Leslie? Hey, can you turn that down? Fuck you. The truth comes out at night. Oh. Ooh, yeah, I bet it's steamy down there in Indiana. It's steamy here. I in my aging have become less of a fan of air conditioning. I don't like being hot, but I also don't like the fucking air conditioning on me constantly. Like I've been on this live stream for 2 hours. Holy shit. And I've had my air conditioning off the whole time. I do have a little fan running. But I've been in here all day with the air conditioning like on me for most of the day. I did turn it off for a couple of hours. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like it fucks with my breathing and it just makes me feel weird, and I have to get out of it. So anyway, bitching. YouTube Live is for bitching about things, and once we achieve that 4,000 watch hour goal and can apply to monetize, then we will do clean mouth bitching without saying the words that we really want to say. I think I'm going to look into the terms because a lot of people do swear out here, and that's kind of what's cool about it, So, all right. You guys want me to play anything else? Got anything you want to hear? I'll wait. Favorite KMT song? Anything? I'll play Lesbian Seagull next time. What chords do I comp for because we've ended as lovers? Turn the organ. C minor. A flat. Major 7. F minor or F minor 7. C sus. Resolve. Yeah, I used to drive a fucking Airflow. That's what I fucked up that field in. I haven't had anything to drink in 2 hours. Not alcohol. Just nothing liquid. Okay, so again, C minor. My fucking A flat pedals over here. A flat major 7. F minor 7. C sus to C. Chorus part is D over C to F minor 9, B flat 13, C sus resolve. Sing it with me. Let's sing it in meows. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. No, the D over C is a D chord over a C note, over a C root. Okay, so C minor, here's the note, the bass note. Right, same bass note. Oh yeah, okay, yep. And then in the solo section, same as the verse till the end of it. Instead of C sus, we're going to G7. Augmented. You can use. I use augmented a lot. Or G sus. Resolve it. Do it again. Okay, so that one. It's a substitution for the G. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. But it sounds fucking awesome. And what it is, note by note, in the bass. Adam, I'm going to wrap this up, buddy. You are a fucking trooper. Adam Emerson, everybody, give my video a like for Adam Emerson. No, seriously, Adam was the first one on here. He's been on here the whole time. Dude, you're fucking amazing, man. Thank you. Now I'm going to teach you this chord. It's C sharp in the bass. C sharp in the bass, and then it's B, E flat, G, and B flat. B, E flat, G, B flat. G Phrygian thingy? Sure. I don't fucking know. But it's akin to like the augmented, right? Is that augmented or is that just a raised 5? Because augmented would be... You raise both of them for augmented, don't you? I don't know. Diminished. Whatever. No cats were harmed in the performance of this song. Good night, Jerry. Thanks for hanging out, man. We'll see you out here again soon. Good night, Terry. Good night, Nashville. Decent. Seriously, fucking thank you, you guys. Thanks for talking to me all night. This organ, this RT3 was gifted to me by a wonderful human named Pat Nelson, and I immediately hooked it up when I got home, and I said, "This is the new studio organ." So, anyway, Adam, get some damn sleep. Don't wake Nat up when you crawl into bed, man. Or do I don't whatever. Future Nat, sorry if Adam woke you up. It's not my fault. Okay. All right. So, like I said, thank you all. It's fun to talk to you. I think I did a lot more talking than playing, but whatever. Thanks for asking questions. You all asked great questions. If you have any ideas on what I should teach these kids at Rock Band Camp next week, don't make band camp jokes. Well, yeah, you can. It's fine. But anyway, go get some rest or don't. I'm not the boss of you. But thanks for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for ringing that bell. Thank you for following me on all of my socials, Toby Lee Marshall Music. Thank you for subscribing to my Patreon, which I believe is also Toby Lee Marshall Music or something like that. I can't keep track of all this shit. Anyway, love you all. Thank you very much. Good night.